The smiling family. When the Harpers moved in next door, Claire thought they seemed perfect, too perfect. The kind of perfect that belonged in a commercial for laundry detergent. Mom, Dad, 2 kids, a boy and a girl, and a golden retriever. They smiled constantly, not just polite smiles, but big, wide, never-ending grins that showed all their teeth. "Welcome to the neighborhood," Mr. Harper beamed, shaking Claire's hand with excessive enthusiasm. His grip was too tight, too long. "We're so happy to be here," Mrs. Harper chirped, her smile stretching her face unnaturally. The kids just smiled, didn't speak, just stood there grinning. Even the dog's mouth was pulled back in what looked almost like a human smile. Claire told herself they were just friendly, eager to make a good impression. But the smiling never stopped. She saw them through her window at all hours, 3 a.m., and they'd be in their kitchen, smiling at each other across the table, 6 a.m. in their yard, smiling while they watered plants midnight, visible through their bedroom windows, lying in bed, eyes open, smiling at the ceiling. They never stopped smiling. Claire's husband, David, thought she was being paranoid. "They're just happy people. What's wrong with that?" "No one smiles that much," Claire insisted. "It's not natural." On day 5, Claire saw something that made her blood run cold. The little Harper girl was in their backyard, playing on the swing set, smiling, of course. But as Claire watched, the girl's smile began to droop, the corners of her mouth sagged, her expression started to relax into something neutral, almost sad. Then Mrs. Harper appeared. She grabbed her daughter's face with both hands and physically pushed the corners of the girl's mouth back up into a smile. The girl whimpered, tears streaming down her face. But Mrs. Harper held the smile in place until it stayed on its own. "Good girl," Claire heard Mrs. Harper say. "We must always smile, always." That night, Claire heard screaming from next door, short, sharp screams, quickly muffled, then silence, and the sound of someone sobbing. And nothing. In the morning, the Harpers were in their yard, smiling, all 4 of them, the golden retriever too. But Claire noticed something. The little girl's smile was wider than before, impossibly wide. The corners of her mouth extended past where they should naturally end, stretching toward her ears. Claire called the police for a wellness check. The officers came. Knocked on the Harper's door. Mr. Harper answered, smiling. "Everything's wonderful, officers. Thank you for checking." The police looked inside, saw the family gathered in the living room, all smiling, all waving. Everything looked normal. "Sorry to bother you folks," the officer said and left. That night, Claire woke to the tapping on her bedroom window. The Harper children stood outside, pressed against the glass. Their smiles had grown, stretched. The skin at the corners of their mouths had torn, creating ragged worms that extended halfway to their ears. Blood dripped down their chins. They mouthed words. "Join us, smile, always smile." Claire screamed. David called the police again. But when the officers arrived, the Harper kids were gone. No blood on the window. No footprints in the grass. "Maybe you should see someone," David suggested gently. "You've been stressed?" Claire stopped sleeping. She watched the Harper house through her window, documented everything, took photos. On day 12, she saw Mr. Harper in his garage. His back was to his family. His face was turned away. And his expression, for just a moment, collapsed into something horrible: exhaustion, agony, despair. Then Mrs. Harper appeared behind him. She grabbed his face, just like she'd done to their daughter. and forced the smile back into place. Mr. Harper's eyes filled with tears, but the smile stayed fixed. "We must always smile," Mrs. Harper said, "or they'll know, or they'll come. We must always smile." "Who will come?" Claire whispered to herself, watching through her window. That night she got her answer. At 3:33 a.m., something appeared in the Harper's backyard. Claire watched from her dark bedroom, phone in hand, recording. It was tall, impossibly tall. Its body was wrong, too thin, joints bending in directions they shouldn't. But its face was the worst part. It was smiling. A smile that split its head nearly in half, filled with rows and rows of teeth. A smile that looked exactly like the smiles the Harpers wore, stretched wrong, prominent. The Harper family came outside, all four of them. They stood in a line, smiling up at the thing. It bent down, its spine cracking, folding, and brought its face close to theirs, inspecting them, checking their smiles. The thing moved to the little boy. Its grin widened even further, and it made a sound like grinding metal. The boy's smile had slipped, just a fraction. One corner of his mouth had drooped. The thing's hand, long fingers, too many joints, reached out and touched the boy's face. The boy screamed, his smile stretched wider, tearing through his cheeks, extending back to his ears, then beyond the skin ripped like paper. Blood poured down his neck. But he was smiling. He was smiling so wide. The thing made an approving sound and moved on to check the others. When it finished inspecting the family, it turned and looked directly at Claire's window. Claire dropped to the floor, heart hammering. She heard it, then footsteps in her yard, slow, deliberate, approaching her house. Tap, tap, tap on her bedroom window. Claire didn't look, didn't move. "Smile," a voice whispered through the glass. The words were distorted, like someone speaking with a mouth that had too many teeth. "We see you watching. We know you know, so you must smile too. Always, or we'll make you smile like them. Like everyone on this street. Like everyone in this town eventually. We'll all smile together." Claire pressed her hands over her mouth, felt the corners of her lips, felt gravity pulling them down into a frown, into fear, into horror. The thing pressed against her window. She could feel it there, inches away, separated only by glass. "Smile," it commanded. Claire's face ached, her jaw trembled. She felt something cold touch her cheeks, invisible fingers reaching through the wall, through space, touching the corners of her mouth, pushing them up. She tried to resist, but the pressure was overwhelming. Her lips pulled back, her teeth exposed. The smile formed on her face, unwanted, forced, growing wider and wider and wider. David found her in the morning, standing by the window, smiling. "Good morning, honey," she said, her voice cheerful, her eyes dead. Behind her, through the window, the Harper family waved from their yard, all of them smiling. Always smiling. Forever smiling. And in the shadows between the houses, something tall and wrong watched over its neighborhood, waiting for anyone else who might forget to smile, waiting to remind them, waiting with its terrible, endless grin.